All right, lead me here. Where do you want to go? Looks like Jaylen Brown being the first name it's the angle I was already sniffing out tonight.
Yeah, so Jaylen Brown's kind of an interesting case here because obviously he's been the biggest beneficiary of Jayson Tatum being out. He's put up career high numbers across the board. Logic dictates that is going to be affected and going to come back down to earth slightly with Tatum back. Probably not going to happen right away. Tatum's coming off of a really serious injury. They're very likely to kind of ease him along here. Not really sure what type of minutes he's going to play tonight. We've got him projected at 14 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 4.1 assists. Obviously, pretty conservative numbers indicating a lighter workload. But even within that, I think there are a couple interesting angles. So Jaylen Brown's up here, 5.9 assists, obviously over his 4.5. Might be a good play on its own. My only concern there would be if Jayson Tatum returning cuts more into the assist factor, but that's kind of what I like here. The Mavs actually rank dead last in the NBA in opponent assists over their last 15 games. So it's a really soft matchup for Jayson Tatum to get in here and just get his feet underneath him. His assist prop 4+ was plus 150 on DraftKings last I checked. So that seems, and we've got him at 4.1 assists. So that seems pretty good as far as the projections indicate. And you might want to assume he's going to take fewer hard drives to the basket, right? Try to not put too much extra stress on his Achilles ankle leg when he's in the game. That probably benefits Jaylen Brown. So I might shy away from Jaylen Brown's assist prop, although it does have value here. He is projected for 29.5 points. His line is 26.5. So 30 points is certainly in play. That correlates pretty well with Jayson Tatum at least having a light night in assists, with our model projecting 4.1, possibly hitting 5, 6, 7, who knows. But I'd be very cautious about betting on him. You really don't know what kind of minutes he's going to play. Trae Young played something like, 30 minutes or so last night, not coming off of nearly as serious of an injury. So I wouldn't expect Tatum to realistically play probably more than like 24 to 28, but I truly don't know. So I'd be cautious about betting on him, but that is an angle I think you could play given the Mavs positional weakness against assists and how that kind of helps Jaylen Brown do what he's been doing. Probably not going to mess with that chemistry too much anyway.
Yeah, if I could psychoanalyze Jaylen Brown the way I like to think I can psychoanalyze Jaylen Brown, I actually think it's a huge night for him tonight because we know he cares about his perception next to Jayson Tatum. He's been on record with that. These two are friendly. Of course, they're friends, but there's a competitiveness nature to the way they're wired. And I think Brown very much, this is why you called it out as a future early in the season that ended up having a ton of value. Brown wanted it to feel like there was no lost magic when Tatum went down, and he stepped up and did it. And I think, this isn't necessarily the same as like you think last year, a big midseason addition, Luka Doncic shows up to the Lakers. And I think everyone on the Lakers are sort of like, okay, we want Luka to come in and have 40 and 10 and 10. I think Jaylen Brown, if anything, is going to be competing with himself and with his own teammates of like, hey, I am the superstar of this team. And it's great that my other superstar is back, but I'm going nowhere. And I think you look at our projections, I have those up on my laptop to the side of this right now, but JB is our second most projected points per game tonight, even with Tatum back in the fold. He is pretty high on rebounds at 7.5, and he's pretty high on assists at 5.9. All of those are projected higher than the baseline you can get just to bet each of those individual props on their own as points and rebounds and assists. So I'm going to find some way to get Jaylen Brown on my card tonight. It might just be this over 4.5 total assists because a 9% edge is massive. That's a high probability play as well. But man, even like some PRA totals, I don't hate for JB. Is there any way you want to put together a ladder for Jaylen Brown even tonight?
Maybe points. I just would be hesitant, I guess, with his counting stats as far as going too high up a ladder. I mean, 5.9 assists, you could take 6 and his line's 4.5. So you'll get plus money there. You don't have to go crazy on a ladder, but I mean, a huge scoring night could be in play. I mean, the Mavs defense is not good. Got him projected for pretty much 30 and his line's 26.5, 30, 35. 40 maybe.
Yeah.
Play that with Tatum 4 assists, you're probably.
I mean, six Jaylen Brown assists, even as its own, is plus 208 at DraftKings right now. And that's basically our projection for him tonight, 5.9 assists. So it's great value.
Yeah, it's a really good number.
All right.
I am able to utilize the website now if you.
Oh, we're back? Okay, yeah, here. I'll hand it back over to you.
I'll happily take back over from
I
you.
love that I just got to come in and be like, Jaylen Brown tonight.
You were Jaylen Brown. My website,
now
my internet got an Achilles injury, and you came in and put up your career numbers with the screen share, Greg. It was beautiful work.